What's going on, YouTube? Senators found with a stash of cash and gold bars, which I'd love to call bricks, in their house. What can we learn from that? What does that tell us? Well, that tells us that government officials are clearly privy to information that you and I are not. Okay? And while we're privy to some information, like knowing that gold and silver are a wonderful hedge against inflation, a way to protect our wealth and keep our wealth outside of the system. If we have supposed, granted nothing's been proven yet, crooked government officials holding assets like, cash, gold, who knows? You know what else? Maybe silver. I don't know. They supposedly have only found cash and gold that they're telling us about. Stashes. How much? We don't know. But if they're holding that outside the system and they're doing corrupt things like supposedly sharing information about our government with the government of Egypt, which is, 5-ounce Aztec round, which is what they're claiming. What does that tell us? Well, it tells us that maybe, just maybe, we're on the right track holding physical assets like gold and silver. Okay. I had a conversation with someone today, actually, at work. It was interesting. It was a couple, a family that came in, and they tipped in cash, and not to me, but to somebody else. And I made the comment after they said, yeah, we like to tip in cash. I said, oh yeah, keep the government out of your business. And they said, absolutely. And we had a nice long talk, actually, about assets and keeping things outside the system and cash and how more people should use cash, where things might be going, how people are going to potentially wake up and find themselves poor if everything they have is within the reach of the system. It was nice, and it reminded me that, there are more of us out there. Not necessarily stackers, maybe, but people might just be waking up. People might be coming to the realization that the government is not our friend, it's not there to help us. You remember, what's that old saying? Some of the scariest words are, we're from the government, we're here to help. Absolutely. And this is just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you how to think about the government. I'm just saying the government is greedy. Government does not want to help us. And if government officials know they're holding things like cash and gold, possibly silver, not sure, but assets, which they all are, outside of the system, if government knows that, government officials know that that's, important, they probably know a whole lot more than we do about the inner workings of the monetary system. And we know a lot about what's going on, but they don't share everything with us. So that tells me that we're probably on the right track, holding assets outside the system. Now, it's possible that Senator Menendez, who I'm referring to, did this as a way of laundering to not get caught. Possible. Probable. Provided he's guilty, Everyone's innocent until proven guilty in this country, right? But is that the only reason? Was it also because he knows something about our monetary system that we don't? I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is that I absolutely love collecting physical assets. I love stacking physical assets. I'm going to continue to do so. I got another package I haven't opened. We're going to save that, but I just added 7 ounces to the stack of assets outside the system. And I hear this. I have some new people from the Prepared Homestead channel, and not that they've made this argument with me, but I've heard this argument in the past. People say things like, well, you can't eat gold and silver. Well, guess what? You can't eat cash. You can't eat bullets. You can't eat firearms. These are all things that we want. Everyone wants firearms, right? Should something bad happen. Why? You can't eat them? They can get you food. Silver, gold, cash can get you food. It's important to have so many different assets in the stack. So many different diversification of things. You know, medical supplies, metals, brass, lead. Y'all know what I'm saying? Gold, silver, copper if you have the space for it, maybe. I don't, so I play the paper market on copper because I got nowhere to store it. I'm doing quite well on that, actually. But if I had room to store it, absolutely I'd do the scrap thing if I had the time. Medical supplies, food, water, things of that nature, so important. So important. And it all goes together. It's not that you want to have just one thing. You know, you want to have many things. And when I see these stories of government officials, and you know, you do see them from time to time being found with, you know, it's usually gold and or cash, but it really makes me feel that, you know, I'm making a good decision. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. This is just my opinion. Form your own opinions. This is just my opinion. But it makes me feel like, hey, if people that are in more of the know than I am are doing, you know, this particular thing, I must be on the right track. Not that I've ever doubted it. From the minute, the day, the week I started stacking, I knew it was smart. I didn't fully understand it. I really didn't. Most people don't. Obviously, the folks in this community do, but the average person on the street has no clue. And I was not one of those people when I started. I was kind of in the middle. I knew what I was doing was good, but I didn't know why. I didn't fully understand it. And now that I understand it, I want more and more and more. Some people have a goal, a number, for different reasons. And, you know, they're not right, I'm not wrong, I'm not right, they're not wrong. It's just a difference of opinion and difference of goals. But some people have a set number of ounces they want in their stack. For me, it's more. This is money. This is sound money. In my opinion, I can never have too much of that. That's just my opinion. So that's how I look at it. That goes for gold, that goes for silver, that goes for cash, that goes for all kinds of different assets for me, actually. You know, my end game is assets, physical assets, and I use, you know, different vehicles to get there quicker, for sure. But that is absolutely 100% unequivocally my game. And if government officials that are supposedly corrupt, not that I'm corrupt, but I'm just saying, if they're, you know, they never talk about, you know, the legal politicians that hold, you know, that are not under indictment or what have you. They don't talk about what's in their stash because they don't go through it. So who knows? Maybe they're holding it too. But if government officials that are more in the know than me and than you are doing this and it's being released from time to time, I think we're on the right track. That's just my opinion. You do you, but whatever you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the comment section, leave a comment, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, okay? So every time I put out a video, you'll be notified. And whatever you do, don't forget, keep stacking.